Usually, you are wondering in a relationship or whatever you find yourself, you realize that particularly you are the one doing all the work, the calls, the testing, always checking up. If you don't check up on them, they don't check up on you. You are always putting in the extra effort. Sometimes you get even fed up and you keep wondering, if I'm putting all this effort, why are they not feeling it? Why are they not getting close to me? People taught you that, oh, the more they do this, put in effort, do this. Today I'm going to be discussing something that is basically opposite whatever people are telling you to do. Okay, instead of always chasing people and expecting that they will react, sometimes you realize that even chasing people give the opposite effect. It feels like you are suffocating them. It feels like you are giving them pressure. It feels like there is an imbalance between energies. So the more you are chasing after people that are not putting in any effort, they feel like you are running after them. When you are always the one giving, you are the or you are always the one giving the effort. You are always the one doing everything to make sure that it's stable. The person will definitely take you for granted. Please stop chasing. And you'll be wondering, if I'm saying stop chasing, then what should you do instead? Well, let's talk. Okay, so if you want to get that person, if you want that person back, if you want the person to give you more attention, it is not about chasing. But the first thing you need to consider and do is that stop trying to convince people to value you. Value is not something you can force somebody to do. Do you understand? So over explaining, doing things over and above, making sure that, oh, the person knows that this is who you are, the person should value you because this is, and you are putting in all the effort. Stop trying to convince people to value you. It mostly doesn't work. Okay, it mostly doesn't work. What you are doing, sacrificing yourself, doing everything so they would appreciate you, it is not working. It's not going to work that way. So instead of asking, what can I do to make them appreciate me? Ask, are they appreciating me already? That's something you need to ask. Somebody that values you, you don't need to convince the person. You see that this person, you don't even put in even effort. Oh, you don't already put in an effort, but say that person shows some kind of appreciation, some kind of, the person place some kind of value on you. If this person is not placing any value on you, no matter what you do to support this person, they will still not value you. So ask, instead of seeing whether they are appreciating, am I doing something, am I doing enough for them to appreciate me? Ask if they are appreciating you already, and that's when you begin to see the cracks on in the wall. Okay, and at the end they don't even value anything. Then this is a particular person that you cannot teach how to let them value you. And at this point, things should be clear enough for you to take a decision. The second thing you can do is that learn how to invest at where effort is appreciated. Okay, don't invest at the places where effort is not appreciated. Well, there is an adage where I am coming from. You don't pour water on stones. Do you understand? You don't pour water on stone because the stone will not appreciate it. Learn to give effort at where effort is appreciated. Learn to help those that will appreciate it. Learn to give your best to those that will appreciate it. As you grow, life changes, you become busy, things happen. But if you are giving all your effort to somebody who is not appreciating it, then know that you are just wasting it. Give your energy to people that will reciprocate it. The intention here is not to give less, the intention here is to give wisely. So if you are doing something for somebody that is not reciprocating it, that is not showing appreciation, then please redirect your effort to where it will be appreciated. The next thing you can do is that build a life that doesn't depend on one person's approval. You see, most of the time that you see people smile because of some pop-up message. People kind of get happy because they got a call from somebody. And this person literally is depending on this one person entirely. Do you understand? And this gives the power to that person, because immediately that person withdraws anything, immediately that person withdraw whatever they are giving you, that happiness, you think, you see that you become miserable. Without them you cannot do anything. Without them, Don't live a life where everything, your life is dependent on one person. Whether you smile, you laugh, you are able to eat, you are able to wear clothes today, is dependent on one person. Well, that is not the goal today. The goal is to be able to build a life that will make you live freely, with or without anybody in it particularly. Do you understand? So don't build a life where your destiny and your happiness and your well-being is surrounded by only one person. Learn to be able to go out, have fun, build the skills, have a work, have something to do, build a skill that you depend on. Immediately you see your handwork, you will be smiling. Do you understand? Build a life with your friends, family. Learn how to hang out with people, release stress, with or without people in it. Okay, please learn to build a life where your happiness, your lifestyle or thing is not surrounded, is not only linked to one person, so that when that person is not available or that person is not giving you that attention, you feel miserable and you wouldn't know what to do. In order to be able to feel like you own yourself, please learn a skill, learn something, be educate more, acquire more skills, acquire more growth, be able to spend time with family, friends, hang out. Just feel free on your own. Do things by yourself for yourself. Don't let your life be surrounded or your life be linked to just one person. The next thing you can do is that let people's action give you answers. This is something that most people, we don't actually take critical look at. Most people just listen to what people have to say, but people's action actually talks louder with the internal intention of that person. Whatever that person has, that person's intent is basically built, is basically showcased by that person's action. So instead of waiting for the person to give you fake promises and things like that, look at that person's action. Is this person actually doing what the person says is doing? Is this person actually stating what that person says that they will do? Look at all that, where you realize that, hey, whenever you put in effort, this person's action is not reciprocating appreciation. Whenever you put in effort, this person's lifestyle is not showing like this person appreciates it, please cut it. Whenever you realize that this person's action shows that they don't actually feel happy for you, they don't feel like you are welcome, they don't feel any positive thing towards you, please reduce it. Whenever you realize that any action being portrayed by somebody is not something that can support your growth, your happiness, your mental well-being, then please, this is not somebody that is supporting your health. This is not somebody that is supporting your lifestyle overall. Do you understand? So anytime you fall, anytime their words is not matching their action, please read their action. Whatever they do actually shows the real intent, whatever it is in their mind. So always learn to read people's action instead of their words or their answers. And mostly, their action is the answers you need. The next thing is that you need to learn how to be comfortable with pulling back. Well, some people will see it as a manipulation tactic, but it is not. Mostly you realize that you are always close to this person, you are closer than ever, you do everything, and this person is actually getting to a point where the person is taking you for granted. Learn how to pull back. Pulling back will actually showcase how that person actually feels, their real intent. Immediately you pull back and you realize that that person is no longer showing interest, it will tell you what you've reached or where you've reached in that particular relationship. Immediately you pull back and that person is trying to come forward, do extra things to be able to get your attention, do whatever, come back to what they need to do or what they used to do. Well, we are humans, and people, because of stress, family and things, can change one way or the other. Please, you will know. Do you understand? You will know when you pull back. Their intent after you pull back should communicate what their real intent is towards you. So learn how to pull back. People cannot do that. Okay, you always think clinging to somebody is the only way. No, it is not the only way. Learn how to pull back when you realize that you are not being appreciated enough. Learn how to pull back. Do you understand? The next thing you can do is that you need to focus on self-respect instead of attention. Somebody can act as if they actually regard you, but they don't, but they'll give you the attention. Somebody can look down on you and still give you attention because of something they need from you. Somebody can act in people can act in different sort of way, okay, by giving you attention, not because they actually regard you. But when you choose self-respect, that is when you know your worth. You won't go over and above just to be able to please people. This way you are able to set boundaries. Do you understand? So you have boundaries, set up boundaries that you don't allow people to even cross. Do you understand? That is self-respect. You respect yourself, you value yourself. There are some things you will not tolerate. You won't tolerate disrespect, disregard, and somebody pulling you in the mud just because they want to feel high and mighty. When you regard yourself and you ignore attention, you wouldn't do things that will actually make you feel less of a person. So instead of seeking attention so badly, instead of seeking attention, somebody's approval, please learn to choose self-respect, self-worth. When you have self-respect, you know how you are worth, and therefore you won't stoop so low in order to be able to let somebody appreciate you, in order to draw somebody closer. You regard that immediately you need to bring yourself down just for somebody to appreciate you, then you are not doing justice to yourself, then you are letting yourself down. So instead of choosing attention, always choose self-respect. That is when you know that you are on the right path. So anytime it has to come with attention and self-respect, always choose your self-respect, because where attention will let you down, self-respect will never let you down. And up to this point, if you've not yet liked this video, then I don't know what you are waiting for. Please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to this channel in order not to miss out on any upcoming uploads I'll be making. And hey, subscribe, like, and share. So always remember, in conclusion, all those efforts you are using to chase this particular person, if you use that to build your self-worth, your value, your friendship, your family, if you use that to build it genuinely, you can imagine how you be like. You excel in a lot of things. So instead of wasting your energy on people that don't value you, please focus that energy on yourself. And also remember, anybody that loves you, anybody that wants you, anybody that appreciates you will meet you halfway. You don't need to go all in or out in order to please anybody. The moment you realize that you are draining your energy in order to make somebody happy, focus on yourself, value yourself, and those that actually value you will come around without you putting in any extra effort. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye for now.